Introducing first. In the blue corner, Rhino's sports cards. In the pink corner, the Neon Ghost. We've been over the rules. There are no rules. This is the Neon Rhino Show.
All right, so I gotta ask you a question. First off, did you see motherfucking Chuck Norris died?
Yes.
I saw that this morning. I was like, this isn't real. A buddy of mine
No.
sent it to me from Hollywood Reporter. I was like, no. Then I started. I was like, motherfucking Chuck Norris died.
Yeah, I know. I was really bummed out. That was crazy.
You know what's really crazy is I we don't think about the kid then asked me, who's Chuck Norris? I was like, what the who's Chuck?
You're going to bed early without dinner. Like you're not.
I was like, I literally started rattling. I was like, put it this way. Chuck Norris built the hospital Chuck Norris was in. And she was like,
right.
well, what?
Yeah.
I was like, Chuck Norris doesn't do push-ups. He pushes the earth down. She was like, Dad, seriously? I was like, oh, we'll go there, kid.
Yeah. You're getting every meme and everything tonight. Don't you wait.
What's your, from us being kids, mine is my grandma used to love Walker, Texas Ranger. And so I used to watch that with her when I'd be at her house. But then he made a movie. It was at the time being a kid, I didn't realize it, but it was this like obscure movie he made called The Hitman. And he has this gnarly mullet. Like that's my, I mean, love all Chuck Norris, but that's my go-to Chuck Norris movie is The Hitman. I don't know how, I don't know why. It found me at the right time that I love Hitman.
Yeah, I think the Walker Texas Ranger with his popularity just rose so much. But like I watched back with like the Bruce Lee like movies and stuff like that had Chuck Norris in it. Yeah, that's a wild one to die. Yeah, that's a wild one to die.
Just shows how old we're getting, man.
Bro.
So I don't have a card per se to show you, but I do have a question for you that I need you to explain to me something. You've been teaching me about retail shops and if you can pull good stuff out of Target, whatnot. So day before yesterday, kid and I are selling Girl Scout cookies and we're at Target and we're going to go inside. She had to get something. I can't remember, but I'm just going to go see what cards they have. And they still have what is Stadium Club, right?
Baseball.
Stadium Club for UFC.
Okay,
UFC. Yeah. But as we've said, I've opened one box and they're kind of trash. I don't like them. So I'm not getting that, but I did see this. It literally just says MMA Jumbo Box. So I'm like, what is this rip-off, knockoff crap? And I pick it up and bro, it has Donruss Optics, Panini Donruss and Prism in it. And I'm going, what kind of backwoods deal is this? And so I bought it. It was cheap enough that I was like, all right, let's check this out. And I open it. No, there's literally sealed packs of in it. And I'm like, what is with this weird ass rebranding on it? Like, what is going on? The one bonus was there's 7 packs, 15 cards in each pack, and it was only like $23. And I actually did pull some like okay stuff out of it. I haven't really, I've gotten off of the MMA UFC cards because I want to focus more on pro wrestling.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, if something like this comes up, I'm gonna try. And I didn't pull like a number John Jones, but I pulled a Crunch Time. They basically were all the same cards you, Ed, and me were pulling at that dinner when it was like the Crunch Time. I pulled a purple refractor something, but part of me is also like thinking, is it like, did someone make these in their basement? Like, why am I pulling these out of a $20 cost or Target box? Like, what is this?
Yeah, they just they basically took a smorgasbord of like panini packs, and they do for other ones too. Like Walgreens has some of those as well, where they're just a generic box. They'll say like football, baseball, and they'll have random packs in there, but they'll have chasers with it. So I'm sure on the outside of that box it'll say like a chaser is a John Jones 101.
It says contains 7 packs and a 1 out of 4 chance for a pink prism pack.
There you go. So a chaser is your pink prism pack with it. It's honestly a way for them to sell more of the packs without having to sell like a blaster box. And it's a cheaper company. Like I could make those. I could get packs for $1.25, throw 7 packs in there, charge $20, and be like, damn, look at you, look what we have for you now. It's a way for them to sell more retail packs without putting them in the retail blaster boxes that are like their standard ones. They're cool. There's some of them that are cool. There's some that are out there like the Michael Jordan one where you have a chance to pull a Michael Jordan rookie. And we've seen people, pull cool cards out of it. And I'm sure there is a rookie out there somewhere. But yeah, I mean they're not bad, but it's just it's not also I
I'm
don't
not
know.
pulling a
Again,
one of
man,
one Conor McGregor out of it.
fuck, dude, maybe you
Oh, that's
will.
fair. I
Maybe
guess
you will out of that pack. I
yeah,
don't
that's
know.
fair.
It's just maybe they are good, and I'm just biased because I think they look like trash and they don't really try. But
Well, that
shit,
was my
when it
thing.
was tough to get cards, bro, when it was tough
that
to get cards, I was opening those too.
that was my whole thing was I wanted it to be trash. I wanted it to be like some dude clearly made this in his basement and was conning Target, or
Yeah,
you could tell like like someone pulled the good cards out and then they resealed the Donruss pack and someone's getting
right.
one over on Target. That was my whole reason for buying it was what. And then when I, like when you're opening it, and it was like, no, this is actually sealed. I pulled a I think it's Destiny or Dynasty Conor McGregor, and that's when I was
Yeah.
like, wait, okay, if this wasn't a real thing, this card definitely wouldn't be in here. Like, what is this that now I'm like, okay, well, when I'm done with Rhino and I got to get from school, I go right by Target, so I might
Yeah,
as well.
right. One more won't hurt.
One more.
Yeah.
The one cool thing I had hit you up. I can't remember. It was a couple episodes ago. I was asking you, coming into the NFL season, what should, if people have, hold on to? If you're opening, what should you hold on? Things like that. And I've mastered, while I'm talking to people, writing notes. And like when we were just talking to Slab City.
Slapmania.
No, Slab Mania. Who's Slab City? Is there a Slab City? I don't know what Slab
There's
City is.
somebody's name is Slab City out there.
Oh, Tim is Slab Strong.
Slab Strong. I know
Strong.
a lot of slabs out there.
That's
There's
fair.
a lot. Yeah.
When you sent me the Slab Mania, I went to Tim's thing and I was like, wait, Tim's coming on? Hold on. That's not what he said. I'm not ready for Tim yet. I'm not, no, hold on. We're not there yet. But then I also was like, so when oh, no, oh, okay, it's her when I was watching her content. But then my brain was like, wait, but Tim's you know what? Hold on. I got a bone to pick with you real quick. First up, I was going to say, I got good at, while watching the screen, I can write notes to myself and still read my handwriting and look down. We have an issue, buddy, you and me.
Yeah.
We're trying to grow our brand. We're trying to do this together, and I help you, you help me. We're friends. It's all good. What would be awesome is when we release an episode, if you went ahead and reposted it or shared it or acted excited about it, because you did not do that with the last episode.
You didn't collab. You didn't send a collaboration thing, so I can just put it right on my main board.
I don't know how to do that.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Tubbs.
You still could have liked it. You could have shared it to your stories. There's all kinds of things you could
share
have
it to my
done.
story. You sent it to me and I shared it to my story.
You didn't. Promise. I was looking. You didn't. Because then this is how my brain works. I was literally like, did I piss him off? Did I say something I shouldn't have during that? Like, why?
Oh,
why
that's
isn't
weird?
Because
send the collaboration thing.
Sasquatch even like reposted it and commented on the ones, because I told you I was going to do the one for DJ. Commented on it, and I was like, why isn't Ryan? What's happening?
What the hell?
Really, I figured it's. I know in me. I know it's because you're busy. I should go it out. But it just
send
was
the
this part that I was like,
thing though. Send that. Just collaborate with the person, and then when I see that, I accept it, and then it just puts it up on my feed. That way, everybody sees it on my feed as well.
Okay,
so it goes to your feed and my feed. We'll have it on both of ours.
Okay, I'll look when we're done. I'll look.
Yeah.
Back to the point. So you had rattled off some names, and I wrote them down. And one of the names I wrote down was the Brock Bowers one. And so I was going through looking, and I found a PSA 9 green hyper Brock Bowers rated rookie. Hit you up, and I was like, dude wants this much for this. And you're like, show it to me. You said, offer him this much. I can't remember what the original.
He's like $25.
He wanted 27.
27. Okay.
Did the negotiation like you said, and I think I got him. He came down to like 22, I think. All told, with shipping, I paid $25 for it.
Nice.
Yeah. And so do you think I hold on to that? He's gonna end up being good for me?
I do. Yeah, I do. And like, and it's not just the Raiders fan of me. It's the card collector, it's the NFL fan. Brock Bowers, his first season in there, broke every freaking receiving record, tight end record, like rookie record out there with it. Like that Puka Nakua had set the year before. So Brock Bowers smashed it. And that's with a busted ass Gardner Minshew throwing to him as well. So then it's Geno Smith throwing to him, and he gets no love. And this man is catching one-handed catches like in the corner end zone, tippy-toeing in, just making insane plays, playing through injury. Now we're going to be drafting an individual, Fernando Mendoza. I hope I don't know. I still want Aiden O'Connell, but yes, I think that Brock Bowers, if he's getting the targets like he did in his first season, he's going to go and have an amazing year. His cards will shoot up. His card currently right now he's sitting people arguably the best tight end in the NFL. And his cards are cheap because of the shit year that the Raiders had last year. And again, not just because I'm a wild fan of the Raiders, but Ashton Genty. People were saying like maybe he's not as good as we thought. Maybe he's not this generational talent. There was no offensive line. I don't care. I hate Geno Smith, but the man didn't have time to do a damn thing. So with Ashton Genty, Brock Bowers, I get it. I'm a Raiders fan, but those two individuals are pro. They should be having a breakout year this year. And for Bowers, it should be, basically forget about his sophomore year, go to his junior one. It's going to be great. Yeah, absolutely.
So this would be considered investing in a card because I'm going to buy it. I'm going to put it like my Bryson DeChambeau's. We both know like that's my
Yeah.
dude. I'm chasing the rainbow. I got those. He's doing better right now. So of course his card's going up, but also I'm not selling those. Like I'm collecting those. This one would be investing because I'm going to buy it, set it in the box. Hopefully he has
Yeah.
the breakout year he said. Now, does it matter when someone their rookie card is on the who was Sam Darnold's rookie year was with who? The Jets? No,
The Jets. Yeah.
the Jets. So he goes on to win the Super Bowl. Does that make his rookie card more valuable because it was the Jets, or no because he won the Super Bowl with the Seahawks?
It makes his rookie card more valuable. It has the RC shield on it. The logo that everybody wants is the rookie logo. But much like Sam Darnold, you can see his market is plummeting back to where kind of it was not as bad as it was before, but it has dropped down because the height of the Super Bowl, everybody was trying to sell their cards for Sam Darnold. So then the prices started skyrocketing. And then now it's coming back down to earth a little bit, which the
Now
guy
it's
still
leveling off.
still deserves the praise as a freaking Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Oh,
But
100%.
they've definitely come back down. So anybody who bought at the hype won't ever reach that hype again, like the
Unless he goes
sellers.
to Super Bowl again next year.
I don't even know if that matters. I don't think yet. So if he all of a sudden turns into a Tom Brady, and this man is just like, we're like, holy shit, like this is what we've been waiting for, the next coming of a Tom Brady. Okay. All right. Patrick Mahomes, right? Same thing. That guy is phenomenal. He has an off year, tears an Achilles, something like
Yeah.
that. And people are dumping his cards. They're thinking that like, oh, he's done, he's washed. He's going to go down as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Like he's a hold right now. He's not a sell right now. He's a hold right now. And if anything, he was a buy right at the end of the season when people were freaking out. Now the Chiefs bring in, I believe it's Justin Fields. They bring him in to and if Patrick Mahomes is not the starter at the beginning of the season, which I don't know how he can be. That's a bad injury, but we'll see.
Yeah. Um. Oh, I was gonna ask you something else. Damn it! I was gonna ask you something else sports related, and now I don't remember what it was. It's too early in the morning, man.
I know I haven't had any coffee yet.
Yeah, that was mine. I literally like, got the kid in the car. I'm pretty sure I might have done a couple California stops in order to
Yeah,
get back. Like I ran downstairs because I do this in my basement. I ran downstairs. I had it all set up, all the lights, everything on. Ran her to school and came home and was like, "Dink, let's go."
yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna. There was something else we were talking about. Oh, I know what I was gonna ask you because you've been a football fan for longer than I have. Who's the biggest first first draft bust for a team that you
Jamarcus
remember of all
Russell,
times? Who?
Jamarcus Russell for
Who's
the
that?
Raiders. Not just saying because I'm a Raiders fan. The reason that they drafted him, so dude, the reason they drafted him is because Al Davis seen him throw like 80 yards on one knee. Jamarcus Russell's a big boy like Ben Roethlisberger. He's a big ass dude. He went in there The coaches gave him a video of all like the plays, like the play tape and stuff like that to go home and go watch it all. He's like, "Yep, I watched it. It was a blank tape." The coaches would like set him up like that because he wasn't doing anything.
Wait, how long ago was this?
The Raider, bro, that was like what 10 years ago, something like that. Like it was, I mean, it was the worst draft bust of all time, man.
They make. Have you ever
Yeah.
seen the movie Draft Day with Kevin Costner?
Yes.
They make a reference to this when they put the $100 bill in the back of a playbook, and the dude acts like he read the playbook and got the money and all, and they find out he didn't. That this is what they're referencing. What you're saying right now.
Correct.
Okay, so continue. So he didn't even watch the video.
No, didn't even watch the video whatsoever. Didn't understand the plays. Didn't just thought like his athletic ability was going to carry him to do everything. And I'm trying to remember. Let's see. Sorry.
If you would have asked me, I thought it would have been
Oh, sorry.
no, go
That's
ahead.
what it was. That's what it was, and I started spiraling in my brain. Apologize for all the viewers out there. Calvin Johnson, Megatron, is who they could have picked if they didn't pick Jamarcus Russell. So like Detroit's greatest wide receiver that they've ever had in there, Raiders could have had Megatron, but instead they chose Jamarcus Russell because he can throw the ball far. They always pick up like the fast runners, the guys who can throw the ball far, but not the most talented individuals out there. So yeah, Raiders could have had Calvin Johnson, which would have been nuts.
And is Jamarcus Russell, is he still in the league? Did he wash
Oh
out?
God, no, dude. He left this first year. Like it's like his
Really?
second year or something like that. He wasn't a starter. Yeah, he was gone. Yeah,
And
like
no other
nobody
teams picked
wanted
him up,
him.
nothing like gone, see you later, bye.
No, dude, that's why everybody was so upset this year with Panini, because Panini, like in expensive boxes, put Jamarcus Russell autographs in it. Everybody's like, "What are we doing? You can buy his auto for $2 online."
Wow. See,
Yeah,
if you
that
would ask me, I
he's the
would have
biggest
said,
bust.
what was his name? Johnny Football, Johnny Manziel.
Yeah,
I would have
but
thought I just not knowing enough because like I said, I pay attention, but I'm not deep into
but
it like
what
you
is
are.
wild is his hype with his cards is ridiculous. His cards
Still,
still sell. His college cards sell, and his NFL cards still sell. Absolutely.
am I wrong?
Like
Didn't he ended up being trash? Am I wrong?
Yeah, no, no, no. He ended up being trash. Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah, no, he ended up being trash. Yeah, trash quarterback, just drinking, partying all the time, things like that. But he at least had like some talent. It wasn't because he could throw the ball 80 yards from a knee. So like,
gotcha.
but no, he definitely was a bust that they can consider that.
Okay, trying to find. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to do Shawn Michaels and Dolph Ziggler, but I'm trying to find my goat cards I want for wrestling. But like like for you get what I'm saying is there's not one single one that I can be, like if I got a Shawn Michaels 1 of 1, I'm gonna lose my mind. But also if I got a Sid Vicious 1 of 1, a Diesel 1 of 1, I'm gonna lose my mind. But so I haven't signaled out for like, we've talked the greatest in ring is Bret Hart, the greatest sports entertainer is Shawn Michaels, but then as we've watched wrestling go, like there's all these spin of Jeff Hardy, like there's so many that like, but I'm also, if someone were to ask me a holy grail of wrestling, like I'm definitely not going to say, oh, Hulk Hogan's rookie card. Like I'm not saying that, but I've been the last, like I don't know how long, when I'm looking on eBay and whatnot. Oh, that's what else I was going to ask you. I'm looking around. I'm like, what would my holy grail in wrestling card be? What would your holy grail wrestling card be?
Hmm. Um, it'd probably be like they're making like more expensive ones now. Like they're making like Panini was doing it before, but Topps I would probably say like a 1 of 1, Shawn Michaels auto for
Something like that.
me.
Yeah.
Like I think that would be like holy shit, like that is crazy cool. Or like I saw the other day this guy on Instagram had a PSA 10 Rhea Ripley downtown. I didn't even know they made downtowns. I was completely flabbergasted that they had that. So like yeah, like I'm gonna get back into buying wrestling cards as well. The new Wrestling Tops 2026 Tops Chrome WWE is coming out, and I'm only getting blaster boxes at the shop, unfortunately. But I am getting 2 cases of blaster boxes, so that means that I'm going to be opening up one entire freaking case of blaster boxes and looking for some cool shit because I had a customer come in yesterday and bring in some cards, and he had a Rhea Ripley gold refractor throwback PSA 10 out of 50, and I wanted it, but the last sale on that card was an SGC 10, and it only sold for $62, and he felt like he can get. I offered him full value. I said, I'll give you $60, and he thought he can get more value for it selling it in a Facebook wrestling group. And I'm like, damn, dude, like
In his
I
defense, he probably could.
I didn't argue that fact at
Yeah,
all. I didn't argue the
but
fact that he could. I gave an offer that I felt was a strong offer because
yeah,
SGC is not PSA and I respect it, but I was also going to pay full comp because I
that,
wanted it for a PC card. I just
that's
wanted it
yeah,
to go up on my wall.
yeah,
So,
that's yeah,
like, but now we're getting into grading more at the shop for our personal collection stuff. So I'm just gonna when I open up that WWE stuff, I'm gonna grade the freaking rainbows or whatever the hell I want to grade. But I want like a dope Rhea Ripley. Like,
yeah,
oh, here we go. That's what I wanted to bring up on here. It is so cool to see like rookies in WWE that get like when they have a crazy good match or like they get that bump that they need, like we always talk about, that to see their card market shoot up.
yeah.
Oba
Oh
Fett,
my God.
his card market right now is ridiculous. I tried
Yeah.
to go on there to go buy one of his autos because I was like, oh, you know what, that would be kind of cool. That man
Nope.
power bombs Brock Lesnar through the freaking ring basically, and you can't get his card for less than like $150
Yep.
for a
I did the same.
basic
I did the
basic
same.
auto, bro.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
one thing we at a time, Brock Lesnar was this beast, and it was, oh my God, who's going to be this guy? Then there came a time when we were tired of Brock Lesnar. Now Brock Lesnar shows up, we're excited. The one thing we always forget when Brock Lesnar needs to sell for somebody, that motherfucker knows how to do it. When he did it for Eddie back in the day,
Yeah.
the one we know when he told Drew pick up the title when they were at the thing. Did you see when he told Emmy put your foot on my chest? Like
Yeah.
that dude knows how to sell when he needs to.
But we never, yes, he does. No, I will all the credit in the world, all the flowers, but we never know when he's going to be in the mood to do that. That's what's
Yes,
crazy.
yes,
It could be, no, no, no. I'm not doing the last match. Our match is number one.
yeah,
I don't want to be here all day. It's like you just threw off the whole card. Now we're wondering why a world championship fight is at the first fight of the night in WrestleMania.
yeah,
So but yeah, the to bring it back with that like the Obo cards, seeing what that's happening for him and his stardom rise, and then seeing like his even non-rookie card, but like autos and stuff are going through the flipping roof right now.
yeah.
Um, but trying to chase those guys, like who's going to be your next one? Like I'm trying to figure out, do I go to NXT and that's going to be like their rookie cards, or is it when they make their main roster? Is that the rookie card? And trying to see what the card community, which way they're going to go, is a hell of a lot of fun for me because now I got to figure out like, all right, like where do I want to go? This should I be grabbing Rhea Ripley from NXT without her tattoos before she was mommy, before everything else,
When she had the blonde
or
hair and little
right?
Australia,
Or
yeah,
do I want like the badass Rhea Ripley, like right now that dethroned Charlotte Flair? Like which
yeah.
one do I want?
Fair,
Who's going to
fair.
be the champion at WrestleMania? Her and Liv are going to be taking these belts.
One of the, and I mean, I like when I bring stuff up. I'm like, hey, did you know? And I'm like, of course you fucking know. But I think there's only certain of our girl Sol Ruka in the universe ones. Like I think she has an auto in there, and I think just the base are the only ones in there. Like it's a big chase in that right now are her cards because everyone's expecting her to be the next big thing, which rightfully so.
I hope they do. I hope they do something with her, and that all of her bitching that she's doing behind the scenes isn't going to stop her from getting to where she needs to be.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that that's not going to be the case.
Did you hear her on Stephanie McMahon's podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt that felt like the most real, like there wasn't really much whining, complaining, whatever you want to say. That felt like a real, like, hey, just be this. I want to read stuff and see stuff about you being this rather than
Yeah.
the other stuff we've heard.
Exactly. No, I agree with you absolutely. I'm
My other,
excited
my,
for that.
my last one I want to ask you before we talk to our guest is, have you heard of this app called My Card Post?
Yeah.
Is it legit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Okay.
It's not something that I utilize with it, but absolutely is. They started off kind of smaller. Um, they used to do a lot of better marketing with it, but yeah, no, my card post is absolutely a solid reputable app out there for
Okay.
sure.
Because that's when I put on my thing looking at wrestling cards and they don't have much. And so that's where I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe I'll start putting my stuff on there because I feel like eBay, there's too much on eBay. You're going to get lost in the weeds for me. I'll get lost in the weeds. And then with the stuff going on with Whatnot right now, I feel like people are kind of backing off on Whatnot.
Hmm.
So maybe that'll come back around. But so I was looking and I think it came up with social media. So I was looking at this one and I was looking at it and I got it on my thing. I was like, well, this one's kind of cool. I know a guy who could tell me if this is bullshit or not.
Yeah, yeah, no, legit company. They just they backed out. They backed down on their marketing. At first, they were going very hard with it. Everybody was downloading my card post, and then it just kind of slowed down. And I think it's because my opinion is that it's because like the marketing monsters that are the eBay and the whatnots of the world can kind of squish them. Because unless you're paying a lot of money to get yourself out there with you're on every single sponsorship banners and everything else, you kind of just fall by the wayside, unfortunately, with the larger companies. So she started like a March of like last year, the year before, and then like it's like March to fucking July, it all of a sudden just exploded like in 5 months for went from like making little like here's my card videos, like little cool things, to getting invited to Cards HQ for an influencer like meetup type thing, then getting offered a job there.
Nice. Hi.
What's up, guys?
Oh,
Right.
hello. Look, she knows how to get on a goddamn call without trouble. Haley, I'm sitting over here like my son's helping my old ass like do the
Oh,
backdrop. I had this cool like Rhinos logo thing going on. And, like he's like, yeah, the
Yeah.
speakers on my stuff work, and I'm like, dope. And like I get in here, nothing works. Robbie can hear me, I can't hear him. I'm yelling at my kid to get in here. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
literally I'm literally writing post-it notes and holding them up to him, going, "What's going on?"
Oh my
Not saying what's
goodness.
going on though, Haley. He's saying very mean things to me this morning at
It literally
8:03 our
says, "This
time.
is
Wow.
unprofessional. This is what
Very
I
mean
help
Wow.
things.
do."
At 8 in the morning.
Thank you,
Wow.
Haley. Thank
What, you
you.
know what?
Hey, you're the only person we would do this for, just so we're clear. We normally do this at noon. He was like, "Robbie, we got to do it at
Technically
8 in the
true.
morning." I was like, "All right,
Yeah,
I'll show you
yeah.
my phone." I sent him a text 10 minutes ago that said, "Dropping my kid off at school. I'll be home. Be ready." He
Yeah,
was like, "Got
I
it." And then he
appreciate you
fell apart.
I
guys.
know. I know. Just made eggs for the kids, got her off to school, and I'm like, we're on. Yes. Thank you. We appreciate you so much, guys. Everybody who's watching this stuff right now, we have a Haley Slab, aka Slab Mania, aka big ass breaker for Cards HQ, hitting heat every single day. Thank you so much for taking the time to come on the show so early with us. We do appreciate you. Um, Tell me, I gave Robbie a little bit of a rundown. I was watching some of your older clips and things like that, where you're talking with Doc about your how you got started, things like that. So I don't want to do the
Yeah.
the same repeat, so everybody gets to hear the same thing.
Yeah,
What
absolutely.
have what have you learned though? Like in that 5 crazy whirlwind of months, like
Yeah.
what would you look back on now and be like, damn, I could have done that a little bit different, or I'm so glad it worked out this way.
It's like you said, in just very short time, it's been so crazy. The stuff that I've learned, the stuff that I've been able to be given the opportunity to do. Um, I like if you would have asked me 5 years ago if I would have ever saw myself doing this, no way would I ever said yes. I never in a million years did ever think I'd be able to take a hobby and turn it into a full-time career. And looking back at, kind of like you were saying, my old stuff and old interviews I did, I the stuff that I've learned is there it's just so much that I've learned in such a little time that I don't think I've actually had a second to like step back and be like, oh wow, like this is actually happening. Like this is where I'm at in life. This is how far I've progressed in the hobby, that I've been able to get a career out of it. And, just my own collecting journey too. I've learned so much from working with Cards HQ,
Hmm.
being um I've had the opportunity to be on, Cards on the Table episodes with Jeff and Teapot, who are so knowledgeable that they've taught me about collecting, about the hobby. And, just being a breaker, I've learned so much in such
Yeah.
a short time as well. And it's been a wild yet very enjoyable and such like a crazy ride the past year, almost 2 years I've been in Atlanta. This September, it'll be 2 years I've been working for Cards HQ. So just everything just happened all at once so fast. And yeah, I guess like the main thing, I just really never had a second to step back and just be like, oh yeah, like I did all this. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
Well, and one thing I want to give you your flowers on, like you damn dude, Chris or not Chris, Ryan Curtis, like Alex, like Doc, all of you guys, Coach Co, such a dope community with all of you guys. Because 2 years ago,
yeah,
I was reaching out to you, just asking if you could be like do like an Instagram live with me, and you answered, and I was like, holy crap, like she's so busy, and you actually like answered me on the stuff, and all those guys do as well, and like we get to chat with them at all, and I put you in the same category with every single one of those like influencers and what they do because like you guys are good for the hobby. There's people that we talk about like the hobby is dead and the hobby is this. The hobby's not. The hobby has an amazing group of individuals out there that truly care
oh
for
yeah,
collectors, and like you're one of them. And you would talk me off the ledge when I'd send you messages, be like, I don't know what the hell to do. Like, I don't want to get on the camera and talk. This is dumb. Like, and you're like, no,
yeah,
man, just turn on your camera and do it. Like people want
yeah,
to hear different things that you have to say, and that's what you had done. Like I was watching back at your first video, you thank Zion for a case. Next video, you talk about like Aiden Hutchinson type of PC cards, and
yeah.
you literally just turn on your camera and started one day.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like for anybody that's never done content creation or ever talked in front of a camera, I know it sounds so silly being nervous about basically talking to yourself. Like there's nobody else in the room with you.
Yeah,
But for some reason, when you have that camera in front of you, it's intimidating for
yeah,
nobody that's ever done it. Like I get it. When I first started content creation, the takes and takes and takes that it took me to do just like a 5-second video because I was so nervous. And I just got to a point where I was like, you know what? This is something that I have always wanted to do, something that I love to do. And you just can't care about what anybody thinks. You just got to do it. And
yeah.
I think that has just really, really helped me, and something that I continue to learn every day. Is like the biggest piece of advice is you just cannot care about what anybody thinks but you.
Yeah, no, that's a great piece of advice.
Wait,
Yeah,
I have a
I
question real quick.
appreciate that. Yeah.
For those that don't know, like noobs like myself, we should probably say, what is Cards HQ?
Yeah, so Cards HQ, we are based in Atlanta, Georgia. It is an insane, like huge card shop. It is founded by Jeff, Carter, and Ryan, who are the owners, co-owners of Cards HQ, and it's, I believe, the biggest on the East Coast card shop. I know like West Coast, like Burbank is huge as well, but I believe we are the biggest card shop on the East Coast.
Nice. And so what
So
was it like
Yeah.
when they first hit
Robbie,
you up? What?
real quick, Jeff Wilson started, he did like this like influencer type journey thing of, hey, I'm going to open up a $3 million card shop. And he started posting all the time about that. And then
Yeah.
he kind of documented the way he opened up the shop and what he did
Mhm.
and everything to it, to then everybody knew about Cards HQ before Cards HQ was a thing. And
Oh,
then
Right.
when it
nice.
finally opened, it was just like this like megaplex of one of the first ones that we've seen that had like breaker pods in there. And now they
Yep.
continuously add breaker pods for everything eBay, Fanatics, whatnot. Like you name
Wow,
it, they're on there. And they have them in there live for people to watch. So like Cards
that's cool.
HQ is like a next level card shop.
So it's like a card shop for this generation for influencers and people being active now in the hobby.
100%,
Yeah,
hundred
it's
percent,
yeah,
and
1000%.
then she's one of their, if not their top breaker in there. I mean, she pulls incredible heat all the time. So yes, but go ahead, go ahead.
My
Had to give more of that
my
kudos.
second question is I watched your video when you pulled the zebra print of Chubb. How did you be like, why is this your guy?
So Nick Chubb, I'm from Cleveland, so unfortunately I'm a Browns fan. It's been in my blood.
Unfortunately.
So
I
Hey,
get it.
30
I
he
years
get
gives
of
me
it.
he gives me crap
False
all the
Hope
time.
and
I'm a
Misery.
Cowboys fan, so it's okay. We have
I'm
we
a
Oh,
all have our
Raiders
okay,
fan,
vices.
yeah.
so it
Yeah, I
happens.
feel your pain. But no, so my dad, like growing up, my dad was big into sports. My dad played college football. He played sports his whole life, and he really got me and my siblings into sports. And growing up, we've always been Cleveland fans, and unfortunately, 30 years of misery, we haven't had really a winning team. But in 2018, when we drafted Nick Chubb, Cleveland, like, instantly just loved him. Like, he was our superhero on the Browns. Especially like when we had Baker Mayfield, Cleveland loved Baker Mayfield. When we got rid of him, I died a little bit that day. But but Nick Chubb though, like from the minute he was drafted, I instantly gravitated towards him because I think he was one of the most genuine, down to earth players, not only on the field, but also off the field. And the stuff that he did for Cleveland, and he just wanted to win so bad for us. And I've just been a fan of him ever since and started a PC of him. And I really loved that I started a PC of him because it's a player that I will follow no matter where he ends up. If he ends up on the Steelers, that's a whole different story. But
I get it.
that's going to be a hard pill to swallow.
Hold up, Pittsburgh, we're going to have a situation.
Yeah, that's honestly that's a little crossing the line if he ever were to become a Steeler. But no, he's just been my all-time favorite player since he got drafted, and he's somebody that I'm always going to collect. I'm always going to support no matter where he ends up.
Unless it's Pittsburgh.
Correct, 1000%. Yeah.
I want to ask you, and this might be a little bit of a tough question for you, but so you started off making like the videos out of your home and things like that, and then you got into that community that I spoke of, the community of a lot of those individuals who go to card shows, they travel, they do everything like that. You took a different route, and you still do make some content on your page. You say not enough. You keep trying to get more out there and stuff.
Yeah.
But but you do a lot for Cards HQ with your breaking stuff. Do you wish sometimes you could have taken that same path that a lot of these other influencers and stuff are going to the card shows and they're making all that kind of content because you're incredibly gifted at making content?
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Do you sometimes you look at that and go like, damn, like I wish I could be at the Arizona State card show with all of us, or we're all doing those content, because you and I had talked about that. You don't really travel a lot for that. And I know you love your job, and I know Cards HQ and Jeff and all those people are dope as hell. But looking at sometimes you see like the reels and you see the stuff, like give me your take on that.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. There's definitely been times where I have definitely thought about that and thought about, what would it have been like if I hadn't accepted the job at Cards HQ? I remember because prior to Cards HQ, I was working at a retail store. That was 6 years of my life that I was working a job that I don't want to say I was miserable at, because I met incredible friends there. I had great management. They were so good to me. But I was miserable for the sole fact that I was not doing something that I loved. And I wasted 6 years of my life not doing something that I loved because I got comfortable. And how I, stepping back a little bit, kind of how I got the job at Cards HQ is one day I was sitting at the break room at my retail job, and I was just sitting there like having a talk with myself. And I'm like, why am I so miserable? Like I have every power in me to be able to get up and quit this job, but also at the same time, I have no backup plan. I can't have no income. I can't have, no, health insurance. I was fortunate at the time that I was living with my parents, and my parents are amazing. They supported me through everything. They always taught me to go after your dream, no matter what it is, no matter what anybody thinks. And, I was just sitting there thinking, I'm like, I'm just tired. I'm just tired of putting so much effort into this retail job when I could be putting all this effort into my own dream. And I thought, what is it that I love? I love content creation. I love sports cards. What if I just combined it and just see what happens? And that's what I did. I started when I would get home from work, immediately I would just turn my camera on. I would record content after content. I would edit it. I would spend hours doing it, go to bed, wake up, go to work, come home, replicate the exact same thing. And I just pushed out content on when I first started Slab Mania. Like every single day I told myself, I was like, you've got to push yourself. Like you got to make videos. And after a little bit, they started to pick up traction. And I feel very fortunate because I know you guys, along with anybody in this hobby, knows there's probably like two different sides of the hobby. You got your true collectors, you got your side that are the collectors that are in it for everybody. They want everybody to succeed. And then you got your other side where it's, not so much like that. Luckily, my videos were picking up on the good side of the hobby.
Yeah,
And
they
that's
were.
how I've been able to meet the incredible people like Ryan, Alex, everybody, Breaks with Jess, um, everybody in the hobby that was on the good side. My videos gravitated towards, which I'm so grateful for.
Yeah.
And because of that, they saw my videos. I was, able to start communicating with them, start to learn about them, and started, to do some collabs with them. And the first time I ever got to meet all these people was at the National in Cleveland. That was the first time I
Oh.
ever met anybody in the hobby in person, because prior to that, I didn't travel to shows. Mars Cards in Cleveland, Ohio, they were the first. They're amazing people. They are my home shop. They will always, always, always have a special place in my heart. They were the first people to give me an opportunity to come film a collab content in person. And that was a big step for me. I was so nervous. I was like, oh my God, like this is so different from just filming in my bedroom, like where nobody's here, like watching me. And now, like, I'm going to a card shop to actually like collab with somebody, like another human. And it was so like, I was so nervous, but it was so rewarding because if I had not done that, I feel like honestly to this day, I would have still been in my bedroom recording content.
Yeah.
Like that gave me the push, that gave me the courage to just not care what anybody thinks and just go have fun with it. So I'm very grateful that I got to meet all these incredible people on the good side of the hobby. And, I have learned so much from them, from watching their content, from the advice they've given me, from the phone calls I've been on with them early on in my journey. And I am just so grateful for them. And yeah, I mean, yeah,
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh,
I
yeah,
would like, what is, since now being part of HQ, what is a day in the life like when you wake up? I mean, you're taking your
yeah.
time right now to talk to us, but let's pretend it's a normal work day for you. What does that look like?
So the way my schedule is, I work Sunday through Wednesday. I do nights. So I go in at 5 p.m. and then I end anywhere between like 1:30 or 2 a.m. So I kind of am like on a reverse cycle. I'm kind of a night owl now. So pretty much I'm like sleeping all during the day
hell
until
no.
I wake up to go to work. And then, I go to work, I come home at like 2 a.m. and then cook dinner. And then I'm up for like a couple hours because I got like food in my stomach. So I don't fall asleep till like 6 or 7 in the morning. And then I end up sleeping till I wake up to go to work the next day. So, there's like kind of going back to, what you said about me trying to get more content out there. Like, it's just like, it's not that I don't want to. I love making content. It's just I'm so tired, like during the week,
Oh, you're just full of
that
excuses. I get it. You just, yeah, no, I get
no, honestly, I
it.
need you to call me out on that because you're right. Like it
I,
is like it honestly, at the end of the
Haley,
day,
I'll
it
tell
is
you,
an
man.
excuse.
I'll
Like,
tell you. I loved watching your content. You say that, and I mean, with all due respect, every time you like you'll DM and or you'll put it on the thing, you're like, you guys, I'm getting back and making more content. I'm like, dope.
and then it's
Like I
not.
love seeing her slap the bag, the delivery
Yeah,
videos and
Yeah, yeah, I
everything
love
else like
that.
that. I'm like, here she
yeah,
comes. This is Haley's coming back, Slap Mania,
yeah.
baby. And then it's like, hello, Haley,
I
and
know. And then
I'll
it's
jump
like
on Cards
7
HQ to make
years.
sure you're okay.
Yeah,
It's like, hey, Rhino's in the chat. I'm like,
yeah.
she's good. She's
Yeah,
okay. Yeah.
I appreciate you so much. I was actually laughing because I had just posted a video when Stand Up Display sent me something a couple days ago, and Ryan Army he commented. He said we have a Slab Mania video before we have GTA 6.
That's
It was so
wild.
funny.
I
And I
know.
was like, dude, you were so right. Like, I know I keep saying like I'm all talk, but yeah, I need to get back into it and need to get back to the feeling of why I fell in love with it, like why I
Yeah.
started content. And honestly, at the end of the day, it's just excuses. Like on my days off, I could very well be doing content and I just don't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no,
yeah.
you're a busy person. It was cool because I got to meet you at the National in Chicago, and
Yes.
I fangirled out for a little bit. I think I might have walked past you like 3 or 4 times. I'm telling my buddy, I'm like, I think that's her. I think that's her right over there. Like, because you had brought cool stickers, like you brought like gold stickers
Yeah.
there to the
Yeah.
National, and I wanted to trade a sticker with you, and I was incredibly excited. And yeah, it's you're a very personable person getting to meet in person and everything
I
like that.
appreciate you. Thank you.
And well, I'll definitely be out at the National again, and hopefully they do some kind of breaker setup, and you get to go to that
Yeah.
as well. But I'd love to see you more on the card show circuit when we're going out there and we're doing
For
videos.
sure.
It'd
Yeah.
be hell of a lot of fun to collab and do stuff like
Oh
that
yeah.
too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of like fortunate enough because like I do have time like during the weekends where I have traveled to a couple shows in the past, kind of going back to what we were talking about, like if I were to take that route. Um, at the time, like I feel like I was would before I accepted Cards HQ, like I had just up and quit my retail job. So like I had no backup plan. I quit my job before even having a job offer at Cards
I
HQ.
remember that video.
Yeah, so I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, like I was a deer in headlights. I was so scared. I was like, I have no idea what to do. And when I got offered this job at Cards HQ, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is a sign. Like this is something, like this is literally, you could do sports cards for a living. Like you just quit a job and you have no backup plan. Like my thought process was like, yeah, like I could go the content creation side, but I don't know what opportunities would lie ahead. I don't know when that next big opportunity would come. And, I don't know how much I could support myself, not being employed. And so, like, ultimately, the decision to go the Cards HQ route over my own content route was basically I could get paid to do something that I love. And
Sure.
I took a chance and I've learned from incredible people there. And yeah, I mean, I'm so happy I took that leap and did it.
Absolutely. Plus, you get to see some amazing cards. You got a that
Oh
was a
my
Bone
gosh,
Nix
yeah.
Superfractor. I mean, the Bone
Oh
Nix
my gosh,
Superfractor you
yeah.
pulled, like, yeah, you pulled some incredible nukes. I think they had to do graphics because of all the crazy shit you were pulling on there. They had to like make like nuke bomb graphics and like fire stuff on there.
It's
Now,
yeah,
I went
it's
on there the other night. I'm
insane.
like, what kind of weird overlay are they doing? It's like a nuclear
Right,
bomb
yeah.
coming down. I'm like, oh, it's just Slab Mania's pulling crazy shit again. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
What
I'm
is it?
very grateful that I am. Yeah.
What like just for me again, a noob?
Yeah.
What do you do for Cards HQ? Like, what job position did you accept with them?
Yeah, so when I first accepted, I accepted as their social media manager. That's what my job was. And then I was breaking twice a night. So I love doing that. I learned so much from their team. They have such an incredible content creation team and marketing team and all that. So I was very grateful that I was offered a position in, social media, something that I did before coming to Cards HQ. But prior to Cards HQ, I had no professional experience with it. I never worked for a company doing it. I honestly was learning every day as I went doing my own content. So I was really nervous to accept that because I thought, oh my God, like I don't know anything on the professional side. But I was so fortunate enough that I had such great mentors and such great management within that social media team for Cards HQ that they taught me so much and they made me feel so confident doing it. And so yeah, I was my main job was social media management for Cards HQ, breaking twice a week. Um, I actually started falling in love with breaking. I loved being able to form a community within the viewers that come into my streams. And we just formed such a friendly feel type like family community that I just instantly fell in love with. And I'm like, oh my God, like I'm getting paid to like talk with these people and learn about these people and form this community and get to open sports cards. And I fell in love with the breaking side of it. And eventually I was approached I got asked if I wanted to transition to being a full-time breaker instead of doing the social media. And I said yes. I loved it, and I'm so happy I did. I'm so grateful for what I learned with the social media. But I think just breaking and being able to form a community with other people in the hobby, and for them to come into my streams and have a good experience, and for them like whatever stress is going on in their life, the fact that I'm able to give them a little entertainment and a little pressures off of the stressor of life that they're dealing with, like for 8 hours, I fell in love with doing that. And I'm so happy to this day doing it.
I
Yeah,
like
and you're good
the
at it though. You're good at
yeah,
it. You
I
say hello
appreciate
to
you. Thank you.
everybody, you talk to everybody, you continue a conversation. There's really no dead air. You can see when Cards HQ put new breakers in there with you when they're kind of like then they get their own stream. You can kind of see like when the
Yeah.
people come in there with you and they kind of learn like what you're doing and how your engagement is with there because you are right. You built an amazing community. When I jump on there to see how you're doing when you ghost everybody for a while, it is a full community that everybody knows you know
Yeah.
everybody, and it's a blast to see. And it's breakers should be striving for is an honest, true breaker that loves the community and loves what you're doing. And you definitely show that every time that you're on stream.
I appreciate you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say the community thing you're saying, and the good side, awesome side that's in it for the right
Yeah.
reasons, and we won't talk about the trash reasons, but I can speak from being a newbie. I don't know what I've been in the hobby for a year-ish, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And simply from meeting him at our MMA thing, and like all people, like I had cards, but then meeting him and his passion has redone mine, and now my 13-year-old kid's in it. And then he hit me up when he was at the Arizona thing, and he was like, "Hey, I saw Sasquatch wants to come on, Slab City wants to come on." And when I was at his shop, I met Tim from Slab Strong, and none of you guys know me, and I'm a noob in this. And the same thing you said, like everyone is so collaborative and supportive. And what we talk about, one of the things I like is when it's late night and I go down the whatnot rabbit holes, and some of them are trash people, some of them are very communicative, and like I'll ask the dumbest questions because I don't know, and no one is ever like, noob, get out of here. Everyone's like, oh, it means this or it means that. And so I think, and you'll Rhino, you'll know from our other aspects of MMA and stuff, there's always the good and there's always the bad of people you meet, and as we all continue our journey. And I think it's been real weird to see, not knowing this was a community, this was a thing. It's been real weird to meet all these awesome people and people that want to educate you. They want you out there doing stuff. They want to know, like, what don't you know? What do you know? And I find this community, it's so fascinating, yet like so fun, especially like you're like, yeah, I can do it. Can you guys do it at 8 a.m.? And well, I was like, yes, we can. Rhino had to figure his shit out, but that's the fact. I
appreciate you guys.
it's just such an awesome meeting. My other question was, what got you started in sports cards to begin with, period?
Yeah, so when I was a kid, I was really big into Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! That was how I got into collecting. And as like the years went on, I've always loved sports. I played sports growing up, always had a passion for it. I started to mix in a little sports card collecting, like within my Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And, as the years went on, as I got older, collecting sports cards is what really stuck with me. And, collecting the cards really got me into watching the games, because when I was a kid, I'd be like, oh my gosh, like I recognize this player on TV, like I have his card. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And my dad, when he was younger, he collected sports cards. He has all the old, like the old sports cards that were like this big and, stuff like that, which I thought was so cool. I was so fascinated by it. And, I just really got into it just because I felt, as a kid, sports cards was kind of my escape from like reality, in a sense of, stuff that I was dealing with in life. And I always found a comfort with my cards and just sitting down and looking at them. I was just enthralled by them. And just growing up, I had the typical, like I fell out of the hobby, came back into it, fell out of collecting, came back into it, like through all these years. But when I started Slab Mania, that's when I really was like, okay, now I'm like back into wanting to collect. And now that I have experience with doing content creation, I was like, I'm just going to put it together and do it. And, this is where I ended up doing, and this is where I ended up because of doing that.
Nice. I know Rhinos, and I ask everybody, so I have to ask you, do you have your Holy Grail card? Do you not have it? What's the big chase for you that you would lose your mind if you pulled?
Yes. So I've been trying to complete the 2018 Panini Prism Rainbow Nick Chubb rookie. I have every single card except that black 1/1 finite. I know it exists in the sense of I know it has surfaced. I know somebody has it, but I don't think I will ever see that card for a while. Like this person, it's actually funny. Breaks with Jess was the one that actually alerted me to somebody on an old Facebook group that she was a part of like years ago. I think it actually might have been in 2018 that somebody had posted a picture of the black 1/1 finite that they have. But that person, I believe, was also trying to collect the rainbow. So with that being said, like, is there a chance maybe I'll see that card? I hope, but I would, if that card was ever sitting in a showcase at a show, the whole show would know I was there. I would lose my mind. I would be
the content would be her losing her mind.
Yes.
Yeah. It wouldn't be being poor at a negotiating. It would be poor at negotiating. Like, what do you want? What do you want?
Yes, I
Take
was
what
like,
you
I'm
take
not gonna
whatever.
even negotiate. Like,
Yeah.
take all my money.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. I know, Robbie, whenever we get like cool low numbered Nick Chubb stuff, I reached out to her like and I would send her like the one of one type cards and things like that because I knew that she enjoyed Nick Chubb. And that was one of the cool things like about the hobby and meeting all these people as well as like every card has a value, right? Like I see that. I see like I could turn around, I can sell these cards for X dollars, but then like you see somebody like her that loves to collect and loves to collect Nick Chubb and everything with it. So like whenever I get low numbered, like really dope ones, which I haven't in a while, I would hit her up and I've done it twice
Yeah.
now, and I'll just send her the card because like those cards should go to true collectors. And like
Yeah.
that's one thing I think that we forget about in the hobby a lot is that
Mhm.
it's pieces of cardboard with a dude or a female on it or something like that. And like true collectors should have these cards, and I get there's value. So I'm not saying anything out there. People are like, I'm not giving her a $10,000 card, but who says that I wouldn't? If I
Right.
opened a $5 pack I who knows, but anyways, it's fun to do that. It's fun to give
Yeah.
somebody else a card that they're looking for or trying to help them complete rainbows. So if you got that Black Finite out there, let's get that
And I'm
to
s-
Slab Mania, please.
that back to that goes back to the community thing you're saying. And just so we're clear, I started collecting wrestling cards.
Oh, nice.
If
Okay.
that's my avenue I've decided to go down.
Yeah.
And on a Whatnot channel, I met a guy that collects Mick Foley cards. And same thing Rhino saying, when you guys break them, like I had bought a thing they broke and it was a low numbered Mick Foley. Well, then on the side, that dude hit me up and was like, "Hey, I'm a collector. Can we talk?" And I was like, my brain, what Rhino just said, yeah, we can talk. Let me get my card first. Like, let's see. And
Yeah.
then later that night, I was on his channel or his channel, and he recognized my name and he was like, "Oh, hey, Neon Ghost, like we were just talking, hold on." And he picks his camera up and he puts it, like he's filming here, and he puts his whole top shelf is nothing but
Oh,
Mankind,
wow.
Mick Foley, Cactus Jack,
Yeah.
low numbered sign. And I was like, "Oh, this dude is actually a collector." And
Yeah.
what Rhino's
Yeah.
saying, that's when we made a deal of, I want a sealed blaster of the universe and your Jake the Snake. And he was like, "Yeah, we'll talk when you get your card." When I get my card, and he was like, "Yeah, hey, I have your box and your Jake. Like, what else did you want?" And my brain was like, "No, we made a deal. Like that's all I
Yeah.
want is that and the Jake. We made a deal because you're a collector." And same Rhino said, I sent it to him. He sent me my stuff, but it was a 3 out of 10 refractored. And I'm looking on eBay at comps and there are none. So essentially, like I can set the comp for this, but I'm not going to
Right.
do that.
Yeah.
I made a deal with this collector who it's going to go on his top shelf. It's going to be a
Yeah.
thing. So that adds to just the community of, I don't care what this card's worth. I know a dude that's going to appreciate it, no
Yeah.
monetary value. So I'm
I
sending
love
it to
that.
him. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh.
Absolutely. Well, we definitely appreciate you. Not waking up too early to be with us. We appreciate you being on the show
Hey,
with
technically,
us.
I think she's staying awake for us, is what it
Like,
is.
dude, right? I was just thinking about that. I was like, holy shit, we just kept her. We
No, I
kept her past her
appreciate
bedtime, past her dinner. At least all your dinner's processed now, and you're good to go. So now your tummy
right.
won't hurt. So
Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys so much waking up as early as you did and for giving me the opportunity. I mean, I've definitely, this was, I feel like just talking to you guys really just kind of gave me a spark of inspiration to, just get back into everything. And I'm so
you
grateful for you
should.
guys and
You
for
should. You're
meeting
good at it.
Robbie. Yeah, I need to. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Will you
When
come
we've got
back
to
on
get you out
someday
here.
and not at 8 in the morning?
1000%. Anytime you guys want me on,
Yeah.
whatever time you guys want, absolutely.
Yeah, I appreciate it. One of our next rip nights, we want to get you out here,
Oh, yes.
do some content out in
I would
Bellingham
love
and
to.
stuff like that
Yeah,
would be a
absolutely.
blast. Yeah, not wait till national once a year to get a chance to see you and
Right.
meet up and stuff like that. But
1000%. I would
Wait, I have a
absolutely
question.
love
Hold
to.
on. You said one of the rip nights. I've only been at Tops Rip. Is there more than just a Tops Rip night?
oh God, no, I'm sorry, Robbie. I do things without you.
No, no,
It's
I'm honestly asking. Is there more than
so.
I'm leaving the show. Disrespectful. No, no, I'm honestly
Way to
asking. Is
go,
there more than
Ryan.
just
I know, it's my
is
bad.
there more than just Tops Rip night?
I mean, yeah, we do at the shop. We'll do a different like the Rhino Rip
Oh, you
night.
mean
We'll
like
do
your
stuff like
okay. No,
that.
no, I
Yeah,
meant
we'll
like
do
a
other.
big one. Not
Tops is
yours
like
isn't
the
big, but
yeah, Tops is the big one that we
Mhm.
fly out influencers for, and we do things like that. The other nights we'll get like West Side Pizza to sponsor, it, and they'll drop off 15 to 20 pizzas for everybody inside the shop, and we'll rip
gotcha.
cards, we'll do trades, and we make
That's
it
awesome.
a safe, fun environment for individuals to go in there and go trade, bust out their binders. And because I tell people, I don't care if you have junk wax. I don't care if it's 80s, 90s, early 2000s junk wax stuff. Somebody in here is going to want that Gary Payton with his
Oh yeah.
jacket on, draft day one, because they've been looking for that card for their set, right? So like I create the environment in my shop to ensure like it's a safe place, and so kids can trade cards and not get ripped
I
off,
love
and adults can feel good. It's yeah, that's a lot of fun.
We have
I
to get
love
her
that.
out. We got to get her out to rip cards at your shop, but then to come to a Koga and film content at a live cage sitting next to you
Bro.
kids. I do commentary for Koga, and he's a sponsor for Koga, and so
Okay.
it's either one of two things. When I'm commentating with the legend Ed Herman, Rhino's either right across from me, and we'll be making eye contact, hand signals, like we'll text each other, like, "Oh my god," because he also does the fight night bonus, knockout or some performance night of the bonus, and so
Okay.
we'll be
Yeah.
texting each other. This one counts, right? Or at our last one, he literally was arm's length, like right here, and so we were like getting each other's attention and talking. So we need to get her
Yeah.
out, rip cards at your shop, and then come sit next to you cage side of
Yes.
content.
We'll make
I would love
we'll
that.
make that
Yeah.
happen. I think we lit the fire back in here again.
I think you guys
We
did
threw some
1000%.
gasoline on that.
Nice. Nice.
Perfect.
Thank you so
We'll
much.
appreciate you. Yeah.
I would definitely
Yeah.
appreciate it if you come back.
Absolutely. I would love to. Thank you guys so much for giving me the opportunity to be on with you.
Yes, of course.
Awesome.
Have a good night's sleep, I guess.
Yeah, right. Have a good night.
Honestly, is it daytime or nighttime right now?
Jeez Louise.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Enjoy your day. Thanks, Haley.
No problem.